Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 6275. My name is Dr. Gaetano Lotracchiano, and I'll be your instructor for this course, for this 8 weeks that we work together in this course. You will probably notice as you go through, you're going to hear different voices. Many of us here at the Clinical Research and Leadership Department teach this course. So some of the things that you'll be hearing are from people like Dr. Bacchino, for instance, and maybe even at times videos from me for a given week. I'm very excited to teach this class every time I get a chance to do it because it signals that most all of you are coming to the end of your program and or near the end of your program, which is very exciting for you, and it's very exciting for me to help you make this final step. I've been taking time to catch up on where people are located, a little bit about your background and the topics that you are interested in. This is clearly a very international group, literally. We have many, many time zones to deal with. And it's also a pretty big class. So I want to talk a little bit today just from me. There is an overview, of course, from Dr. Bacchino, but I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about this course and how it's designed. It's probably for most of you going to be the most independent course you've ever taken. And what I mean by that is you'll notice on things like discussion boards and maybe other types of components of a course. I'm going to share my screen with you. Excuse me. You'll notice that we don't have a whole lot of uh, discussion boards. This course is very much geared towards you working semi-autonomously to research, pull together, and put together what your capstone paper is going to be. So when you look at the weekly sessions, you'll see that in the first couple weeks, this is week one, of course, you have some reading to do. You have some, you'll always have a nice what you need to do this week outline that'll help you stay on track. The readings, if for any reason um, a link does not work or something like that, please bring that to my attention so I can fix it as soon as possible. But as you can see, in 1 week, um, there may be a bunch of things to do, including reading, but in your weekly sessions later, you're going to find that there's actually less on the screen to do, but you might be working independently to pull together, for instance, your literature for the paper, like in week 4. So here are examples where we might not actually be doing assignments as much as doing the background work that's going to go into your capstone paper for weeks at a time. I bring this up because it's really going to depend on you to keep up with where you should be with each session. As you all know, if you've taken these 8 week courses, they go by very quickly. It's very hard to recover if for some reason you're like backed up 2 weeks. It's very hard to recover. And with this size of class, we have 24 people, I believe, in this class. It's going to be difficult for me to provide individual instruction on a regular basis, meaning that I'm more than happy to meet any of you at any time. But there's so many in this class, I want to make sure that I can live up to expectations as far as when you might want to talk with me or when things are in question. On that note, on the discussion board, you will always see this um, board at the top that says questions for your professor. I really encourage you to use that because sometimes um, questions may be something that everyone has on their mind, and it gives me the opportunity to answer and will be distributed to everyone. So that is one important thing to remember as we go. You have an overview in week 1. That's an overview of the course by Dr. Vicchino. I'm just adding to things that are being said and underscoring things to uh, remember about the style of this course. It explains what a white paper is, if you've never heard that term, and then also the week 1 introduction, which really speaks more to the content of this week. I've gotten some questions already from students about the literature in the beginning of the course. For instance, in these first 2 sessions, in weeks 1 and week 2, which starts next week. Does this literature that is required reading have to end up in your literature review? The answer is yes, but it's really complementing how you're going to use the literature from these first couple weeks to integrate it with the project of interest. And you've all shared, I've just finished reading them all, what you plan to be working on. Again, I cannot underscore enough the importance of staying on top of each week and what each week is requiring from you. You'll see once we get into week 3, you are very much working on your own to start to pull together the components of the white paper, the literature that you're going to adopt, no matter what your area of interest is, AI, real world evidence, or anything of that type. So please stay in contact with me at all times. So if I can help you or if I can answer questions, I wrote in my first announcement here that the best thing you could do is help me help you by reaching out to me, also posting to that discussion board that asks questions of the professor, and we will go from there. I try my very best to respond within 24 to 48 hours. It depends on my other courses that I teach, and of course, my research and other administrative things that I do. So again, I'm really looking forward to this semester. I wish everyone luck, and in 8 weeks' time, many of you may be finishing your master's degree, which I hope to see that happen and to celebrate that when it happens. Okay, have a great day, and I'll look forward to seeing you online and answering questions as the semester rolls on. Thank you. Bye-bye.